Backstage at WWE headquarters, the atmosphere was unlike anything the roster had ever experienced. Wrestlers who normally carried themselves with unshakable confidence were suddenly vulnerable, many openly emotional. Sources describe Roman Reigns sitting silently in a corner, hands clasped tightly, staring at the floor, while Brock Lesnar, normally a force of nature in the ring, was reportedly seen wiping away tears. The loss of Paul Heyman, the man who had guided them, strategized for them, and spoken on their behalf, felt incomprehensible. Triple H, the game, the cerebral assassin, became the anchor amidst the chaos. Reports confirm that he moved tirelessly through the locker room, checking on every superstar, offering reassurance, and emphasizing unity in the wake of the tragedy. "This isn't about storylines or titles," he told the roster. "This is about Paul. He was family, and we honor him by standing together." Even the most hardened wrestlers, who had endured decades of high-stakes matches, admitted that seeing Triple H so visibly shaken amplified the grief and made the loss feel profoundly real. The WWE universe erupted online. Social media platforms flooded with tributes, memories, and prayers. Fans shared videos of Heyman's most iconic promos, from orchestrating Brock Lesnar's dominance to masterminding Roman Reigns' rise as head of the table. Hashtags like #RIP Paul Heyman, #Heyman Forever, and #WWE Family Strong trended worldwide, as millions of fans mourned collectively. The intensity of the grief was unprecedented, rivaling even the most shocking moments in WWE history. Inside the WWE creative team, adjustments were immediate. Heyman's absence left a void that required careful planning. Segments were rewritten, promos re-recorded, and appearances adjusted. Triple H reportedly oversaw every change personally, insisting that the narrative maintain respect for Heyman while ensuring that ongoing storylines could continue. "We honor his legacy by handling this with care," he reportedly said. "Paul's influence was immeasurable, and we owe it to him to get it right." Fans attending live events felt the weight of the tragedy firsthand. Chants of "Heyman, Heyman, Heyman" echoed through arenas, signs with heartfelt messages covered the crowd, and moments of silence were observed before matches. Superstars, commentators, and production staff alike were visibly affected. The usual energy and competitiveness of WWE events were replaced with reverence, grief, and reflection. Media outlets outside of wrestling also picked up the story. Headlines read, "WWE legend Paul Heyman dies in tragic accident, the wrestling world mourns a visionary," and "Heyman's influence transcends the ring." Analysts praised his creative genius, storytelling prowess, and mentorship of countless superstars. His passing became a global event, emphasizing the magnitude of his impact not only on wrestling but on popular culture worldwide. Triple H's response continued to dominate attention. Sources describe him pacing hospital corridors, speaking urgently with medical personnel, and coordinating with WWE executives to manage both the situation and the public narrative. "Paul wasn't just a manager," he reportedly said. "He was a visionary, a strategist, and a friend. The way we honor him now will define his legacy." Witnesses note that his anger, grief, and determination were all visible, revealing a side of Triple H rarely seen by fans, a side that was human, vulnerable, and fiercely loyal. The emotional impact on the roster was profound. Wrestlers who had never interacted closely with Heyman expressed grief and respect. Interviews backstage captured moments of silence, quiet tears, and hushed conversations reflecting on Heyman's mentorship, guidance, and profound influence on their careers. Even rivals acknowledged the magnitude of his loss, uniting in a rare collective mourning. Fans speculated endlessly about potential tributes. Would WWE hold a memorial show? Would there be posthumous accolades, video packages, or Hall of Fame considerations? The speculation alone kept the WWE universe engaged, channeling grief into anticipation for a tribute befitting one of the most influential figures in wrestling history. Social media campaigns grew more intense. Fans created montages, shared iconic Heyman promos, and recounted personal stories of how his words, strategies, and vision had inspired them. From casual viewers to lifelong WWE enthusiasts, the sentiment was unanimous: Paul Heyman's legacy is eternal. The loss wasn't just personal for the roster, it was cultural, historical, and emotional for fans worldwide. Triple H's leadership, though visibly shaken, became the guiding light. His insistence on unity, respect, and honoring Heyman's contributions helped steady the WWE family. Reports confirm he spoke at length with Lesnar, Reigns, and other close allies, offering both emotional support and strategic guidance, ensuring that WWE programming and the company's operations continued while prioritizing the human impact of the tragedy. The WWE universe was engulfed in an unprecedented wave of grief. Across arenas, social media platforms, and fan forums, millions of voices cried out in unison, "Rip Paul Heyman. The mastermind is gone." Fans shared videos of their favorite Heyman promos, his unforgettable moments with Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns, and heartfelt messages about how his words and strategies had inspired them. The collective mourning was palpable, spreading far beyond WWE fans to anyone who admired his genius and charisma. Backstage, the tragedy had transformed the locker room. Wrestlers who were rivals or estranged suddenly came together, sharing hugs, tears, and stories about their interactions with Heyman. Even the most stoic superstars admitted to breaking down behind closed doors. Roman Reigns reportedly spent hours in quiet reflection, recalling how Heyman had shaped his career, while Lesnar, known for his brutal intensity, could barely speak as he recounted their legendary partnership. Every corner of WWE headquarters was filled with grief, respect, and an almost sacred sense of loss. Triple H's response was the center of attention. The game, normally composed and unshakable, revealed raw vulnerability. Sources describe him pacing corridors, making constant calls to WWE officials, medical personnel, and Heyman's family, ensuring every detail was handled with care. His fury and heartbreak were evident, as he reportedly said, Paul wasn't just a manager, a creative genius, or a mentor. He was family. And family deserves justice, respect, and remembrance. His determination to honor Heyman became a rallying point for the entire WWE roster. Social media reached a fever pitch. Hashtags like #Heyman Forever, #WWE Legend, and #Rip Paul Heyman trended globally, accompanied by millions of tribute videos. Fans shared personal accounts of how Heyman's guidance, charisma, and storytelling had influenced their love for wrestling. Creators compiled epic montages of his most unforgettable moments, blending promos, match highlights, and behind-the-scenes footage. Each clip reminded the world why Paul Heyman's influence was unparalleled. Inside WWE, the creative and production teams scrambled to adapt. Heyman's absence left a massive void in ongoing storylines, particularly those involving Brock Lesnar and other Heyman-led factions. Triple H personally supervised every adjustment, ensuring the storylines maintained respect for Heyman while allowing the wrestlers to continue performing. His insistence on handling the tragedy with care reflected both professionalism and profound loyalty to his friend. Live events were transformed by the news. Fans held up signs, chanted his name, and participated in moments of silence before matches. Commentators and backstage personnel shared heartfelt tributes, creating an atmosphere of reverence and mourning rarely seen in WWE history. The energy of competition was replaced by collective reflection, emphasizing the depth of Heyman's impact on the roster and the fans. Mainstream media outlets picked up the story, with headlines reading, Paul Heyman, WWE legend, dies in tragic accident, and the wrestling world mourns a visionary. Analysts highlighted his unmatched creativity, mentorship, and the profound influence he had on the careers of Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and countless others. Heyman's genius was celebrated not only in the wrestling community but also in the broader cultural landscape. Triple H continued to act as a pillar for the company and the fans. He ensured that every WWE superstar received emotional support, coordinated with production teams to adapt programming, and planned tribute events to honor Heyman's legacy. His leadership under grief became a model of loyalty, dedication, and humanity, showing the world that even legends can be shaken by the loss of family. Fans speculated endlessly about future tributes. Would WWE hold a special memorial show? Could there be posthumous Hall of Fame induction or dedicated segments on pay-per-view events? The anticipation for an appropriate commemoration kept fans engaged while honoring the life and legacy of the man who had shaped generations of wrestlers. As fans and wrestlers alike mourned, Paul Heyman's enduring influence became evident. Every promo, match, and storyline he had touched carried his essence. Tributes highlighted his ability to elevate talent, create unforgettable moments, and define eras. The raw emotion in WWE events, online communities, and media coverage proved that Heyman's legacy transcended the squared circle. Triple H's orchestration of tributes and emotional support emphasized the core of WWE's family bond. He oversaw video packages, moments of silence, and coordinated messaging to honor Heyman, ensuring that the roster, fans, and the world understood the significance of his contributions. His leadership reminded everyone that wrestling is more than entertainment, it's about mentorship, respect, and lasting impact. As the WWE universe continued to reel from the devastating news, tribute plans took shape behind the scenes. Triple H, still visibly shaken, personally oversaw every detail to ensure Paul Heyman's legacy would be honored properly. Sources reveal that special segments, commemorative video packages, and moments of silence were arranged for upcoming WWE events. Every tribute was meticulously crafted, reflecting Heyman's genius, charisma, and transformative impact on the wrestling world. Live events became stages of collective mourning. Fans flooded arenas holding up signs with heartfelt messages. Thank you, Paul Heyman forever, and Rip Genius. Chants of Heyman, Heyman, Heyman echoed with unrelenting intensity, demonstrating the universal respect and admiration for the legendary manager. Superstars took moments before matches to share personal reflections on Heyman's mentorship, his wit, and the profound influence he had on their careers. Triple H's response continued to dominate headlines and social media. Sources describe him standing at the forefront of the locker room, addressing the roster with a mix of grief, fury, and unwavering determination. Paul wasn't just a manager or a strategist, he reportedly said. He was family. He shaped every corner of this business, and we owe him our loyalty, our respect, and our unity. His words, raw and authentic, resonated deeply, solidifying his role as both a grieving friend and a steadfast leader. Meanwhile, the WWE universe mobilized online and offline. Social media campaigns skyrocketed, with hashtags like #HeymanLegacy, #WWE and #RememberPaul Heyman trending worldwide. Fans compiled epic montages of Heyman's promos, match highlights, and backstage moments. Each clip served as a testament to his unmatched creativity and the indelible mark he left on wrestling history. Comments flooded platforms with phrases like, "He made legends. He made moments. He made us believe." Backstage, the grief was palpable. Wrestlers who had been rivals or even estranged from Heyman united in mourning. Emotional moments were reported between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, two of Heyman's most iconic protégés, as they reflected on the guidance and unwavering support he had provided throughout their careers. Even veteran superstars who had seen decades of brutal matches and personal trials admitted this loss was different, profoundly human and universally devastating. Creative teams and production staff worked tirelessly to balance tribute efforts with ongoing programming. Triple H personally guided decisions on video packages, live tributes, and social media messaging. His insistence on precision and respect underscored the magnitude of Heyman's influence. "We tell his story right. We honor every moment. We don't just mourn him, we celebrate him." The global reaction was overwhelming. Mainstream media outlets covered the story extensively, emphasizing Heyman's transformative impact not just on wrestling, but on popular culture at large. Analysts, commentators, and journalists highlighted his visionary work, his ability to elevate talent, and his unmatched skill in creating unforgettable moments. Heyman's legacy transcended WWE, touching fans, performers, and media worldwide. Fans didn't just mourn, they mobilized. Charity campaigns, fan tributes, and memorial events were organized to honor his memory. Every arena, every social media platform, and every WWE broadcast became a vessel for remembrance. The collective grief became a powerful reminder of Heyman's universal influence, a testament to the life of a man who had shaped the industry in ways no one else could. Triple H's personal journey through this tragedy also inspired fans and superstars alike. Witnesses describe him pacing corridors, making calls, and coordinating tributes, yet always returning to the locker room to offer emotional support. His anger, heartbreak, and unwavering commitment became a symbol of loyalty and human resilience. Even the most stoic wrestlers admitted that seeing Triple H's raw vulnerability reinforced the gravity of the loss and the depth of the bond shared with Heyman. As WWE prepared for its tribute events, anticipation grew among fans worldwide. Special video packages were released, moments of silence were observed, and heartfelt speeches by superstars highlighted Heyman's transformative career. Tributes focused not just on his accomplishments, but on the man behind the manager, the visionary, the strategist, the mentor, and the friend whose loss left a void that could never be filled. The emotional climax reached its peak during live broadcasts. Fans chanted, wrestlers shared tearful stories, and the WWE Universe united in a way rarely seen. The combination of grief, respect, and celebration of Paul Heyman's legacy created a moment that transcended scripted rivalries and storylines. It was pure, unfiltered humanity, amplified by the reach of WWE and the passion of its global fanbase. Triple H's leadership throughout the ordeal became the defining narrative for WWE during this tragedy. He managed grief, orchestrated tributes, and ensured that every detail honored Paul Heyman's legacy. His actions reminded fans and superstars alike that wrestling is more than a performance, it's a community built on respect, loyalty, and shared history. As the world continues to mourn Paul Heyman, the impact of his life and career resonates louder than ever. Every promo he delivered, every match he orchestrated, every superstar he mentored is a part of the enduring legacy he leaves behind. WWE, fans, and the entire wrestling world have lost not just a legend, but a force of nature whose influence will never fade. Paul Heyman may be gone, but his spirit, vision, and genius will live on in every ring, every promo, and every superstar who carries a piece of his legacy forward. The WWE Universe has lost a legend, but the memory of Paul Heyman will echo forever, a testament to a life that changed wrestling forever.